Hello and welcome to those new and erstwhile to the Odd Holloway. Well, ArtFight 2026 has come and gone, and what an art fight this had turned out to be. I thank you all so kindly for making this a wonderful first art fight for me. Truly, thank you. Because this is the finale in this tiny series of mine, every artist featured throughout this event in my past videos will be linked in the video description. Please take the time to go visit their socials, and even give them a follow while you're there. They really deserve it. Now without further ado, let's get into the final defenses I received this art fight. First in the final round of defenses, we have this cool painting by GGPower505, submitted on the 27th, scoring 38.5 points for Team Tragedy. This painting was only submitted a couple hours after I uploaded Zeta, and it looks so well done for just being done in under 2 hours. It especially becomes apparent when you zoom in and see all the little details. Thank you so much, GGPower505. This second drawing, also of Zeta, was submitted the 27th by FlyingTree, scoring 5 points for Team Comedy. This was drawn on a sticky note, as the artist had lost their notebook, though I suggested they add it to their notebook once it's found, as that's what I personally do with sticky notes I draw on. I like the creative liberties taken here, with the pom-poms being very fuzzy, along with the string part being fuzzy as well. I often really do like seeing creative liberties being taken with my characters. I do encourage it as well. I just like seeing what everybody comes up with their own interpretations and everything. Here I also like the game achievement for her base, and the little art fight documentation you have going on. This is so cool, even though it's drawn on a sticky note. Thank you so much, FlyingTree. This next one was also submitted on the 27th, by Mr. TJU172, scoring 14 points for Team Comedy. This is such a cute style, and I like how the artist included her logo in the front. It actually was the original placement for her logo before I opted for it to be on her jacket. I did laugh at this one, solely because of this random character who is just over there flipping us off just out of the screen. I don't know, something about it was kind of funny, just seeing Zeta in the middle and then looking over to this hand coming in, flipping us the bird. Thank you for this one, Mr. TJU172. Now this piece by Lester Arts was submitted on the 28th, scoring 35 points for Team Comedy. I really like this style. This piece actually made me realize that I definitely made the right choice when designing her base. I was sort of on the fence about what it looked like, and I hadn't drawn her holding her base yet, so this drawing actually helped me solidify the design, and it just, on top of it, just looks really cartoony, just so cool, very squishy, you know? Thank you so much, Lester Arts. This next one is by SleepyVincent, also submitted the 28th, scoring 49 points for Team Comedy. This style is actually very cool, kind of comic booky in a way, you know? With its very dark, prominent lines and the placement of the colors. I also like this 1,000-yard stare the artist has him doing here. It basically captures his daily mindset. Thank you so much for this, SleepyVincent. Now this next piece is by EmberSilvers, submitted the 29th, scoring 61.75 points for Team Tragedy. I absolutely adore this one. The colors, the lighting, her design looks so streamlined in this style. Just so squishy and cute, you know. Thank you so much for this, EmberSilvers. It was a delight to wake up to this before I went to work that morning. This next one is a really cute friendly fire by 8garthanu8, also submitted the 29th, scoring 20.75 points for our Team Mystery. This style is so adorable. He looks so nervous in the right one. And I like his ear being up in the left one. He looks like a goat or a puppy dog of some kind. I also love how this looks like it was drawn with pens and paper. It must have taken so long to fill in the background. As someone who's been there before, the nostalgia is so strong it's painful. Thank you so much, 8garthanu8. This next piece was done by Makoto Wants to Cry. Don't cry, Makoto. Submitted the 30th, scoring 154 points for Team Tragedy. This was an attack on another artist and I, both our OCs happening to look like humanoid spiders and pointing at each other like in that Spider-Man meme. It's so perfect. And this was so random. I love it. Thank you, Makoto Wants to Cry. And don't cry, don't be sad, cheer up, it's okay. Now this drawing by Alistair, submitted on the 30th, I think is the biggest attack I have been involved in, that being worth 1,030 points for Team Tragedy. So many artists were attacked here that I don't think I can fit all their names all at once on the screen, and it would take me kind of a long time to write all of them down, so I'll let you visit Alistair's ArtFight to look through it at your leisure. It's like looking at a Where's Waldo. I really had fun trying to look for my two little guys that were included in here. Thank you so much for the effort you put into this for us, Alistair. And yes, that is how they said to pronounce their name, although it has a 4 in place of an A. On the 31st, FlyingTree returned with yet another drawing of Zeta, this time in their sketchbook, which is no longer lost. Yay! And as you can see, they added the sticky note just above their new sketch. It just gives the art book that much more charm, you know? I really like the ArtFight documentation this artist has going on here, and I love this sketchy style. And as always, I appreciate the inclusion of her logo. Thank you again, FlyingTree. This one is by MEGANUTbuster. Don't laugh, this is serious. Submitted August 1st, scoring 16 points for Team Comedy. This is only the second attack for Neptune, and if I had a nickel for every time someone only drew Neptune's head, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Not much else to say about this one. Anyway, thank you, MEGANUTbuster. This next one is a mass attack by VinnieWhinnie, also submitted August 1st. I'm not sure of how the points would have been calculated for this one because the artist put every character in a separate attack rather than adding them into one whole attack. Though adding up all of the points for each, we have 800 points for Team Comedy. I wonder if all of them being in separate attacks makes them a different number of points, though I'm not sure. They made a little YouTube short for this one, which will be linked also down in the description just under this artist's name. Thank you for making this one for us, VinnieWhinnie. This next one is by KitchenToolReviews, submitted August 2nd, scoring 60 points for Team Tragedy. This artist has a very interesting style. R99 just looks so eerie here. It gives me this strange feeling that I can't quite describe, a sort of strangely nostalgic feeling. If I could just put it into words, it's like that cartoon that only comes on late at night. If any of you remember being a kid in the early 2000s, maybe you turn on the TV in the middle of the night and you just see those strange cartoons that used to come on. Or it looks like one of those cartoons that you'd turn off really quickly as soon as your parents came into the room. I don't know, something about this style, it just really matches him. Thank you so much for this KitchenToolReviews. Now this one is the final drawing I had been a part of this art fight. A mass attack by dldeadly, submitted August 2nd, scoring a massive 754.75 points for Team Tragedy. At first, I thought they had made Snapdragon into a Ferris wheel, but upon a second viewing, I see it's a roller coaster. In my defense, I was sleeping on my couch all morning due to being up all night on my final attack, so I wasn't the most observant. I always like being a part of mass attacks. It introduces me to a bunch of other artists and their roster of characters and styles, and it's just a very nice way to find other creators on this site. Thank you for making this for us, dldeadly. And that wraps up the last of the defenses I've gotten this art fight. A total of 31 altogether. Honestly, I never thought I would receive this many. Maybe just 1 or 2 from a few artists I have previously interacted with, but this was an awesome first experience with ArtFight. Thank you all for making it so. Again, every artist this month is linked down in the description of this video, so please go give them a visit. The final week was my biggest in terms of attacks. Finishing those, I started in the 3rd week, and even starting on new ones by the end of the 4th week. And for this section, all footage will be compiled into one session. The OCs featured being shown at the very end, because of the amount of time each speed paint consumes. This art fight, I stepped out of my comfort zone more than I had in a long time. I experimented with new ways to render and played around with my own style a bit. Although I was unable to revenge everyone who attacked me, I was able to put out 16 attacks before the month ended. The winning team, however, has still yet to be announced, though regardless of who the winner is, I hope every artist had fun. Throughout the month, I was part of the losing team, and although I had the opportunity to choose whichever team to be a part of, I decided to let it randomly pick for me, and I enjoyed my time on Team Mystery. Red is my favorite color after all. This event was an absolute blast, such a fun and creative way for artists to interact. I have always wanted to join, and I'm so glad I had gotten the opportunity to do so this year. Thank you all who had made this an awesome first art fight for me. And so, to end things off, here's every defense with their respective recipients. And that's all for this art fight. Until next time I upload a video, whenever that may be, thank you for stopping by at the Out Holloway.